Hey guys,
Hey,
Jake Vamp.
Big Ben here.
We are going to see Star Wars. Super freaking early in the morning too.
Yep.
That's just because we have a busy day. Let's get started.
So, some Skywalkers are rising today.
Yep, some
And,
horny Skywalkers.
They are some what Sky?
Horny Skywalkers.
Horny Skywalkers.
They're rising.
It's a girl. I don't know. Maybe.
The only Skywalker I know in the movie,
so
as far as right now, is Kylo.
but he's a solo.
But he's technically a Skywalker.
I mean, yeah.
In the lineage, family lineage, he is
Right.
a Skywalker. He has the Force and all that.
Yeah.
Mumbo jumbo stuff. The midichlorians.
He's only a bad guy because, let's face it, Luke was a douche.
Luke was a douche. Luke's always been a douche, though.
He was totally cool at first.
No.
You know, when his uncle and Owen got torched. His uncle and aunt.
He was cool when he was like a gray Jedi, but he's never really been cool.
I mean, think about it.
That's
He
like
could bullseye womp rats from his T-16.
Oh.
I mean, how good do you have to be for that? That had to be using the
Anakin
Force.
can race racer pods, and he's the only human to ever do so.
Well, yeah.
So,
Like, what choice did he have? He was manipulated by Darth Jar Jar.
no, he was created by Darth Jar Jar. So, I try to stay away from spoilers as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I read a quick headline that said fan theory, or no, one quick scene or some shit like that made fan theory true. So I don't know what that is yet, because there's so many fan theories, but hopefully it's Darth Jar Jar.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been told by my friends that my theory is not true, unfortunately. So that's a
Which
bummer.
one? Which one?
The Finn's a Skywalker.
Finn is a Skywalker.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
Right.
I was really hoping.
Nah,
that
he ain't no damn Skywalker.
But this is J.J. Abrams that we're talking about. Too,
Right.
so he fucked everything up. Which is why I'm...
Well, I enjoyed the last two movies. I really did.
Yeah, they were fun.
You know? It's not like what he did with Star Trek. I mean, it was okay. So
great.
it was a Back to the Future-esque kind of sequel where pretty much all the same crap happened.
And he didn't do the Last Jedi either. That was Rian Johnson, the guy that did that terrible Knives Out movie.
Really, it was terrible. I didn't see that.
I did not like it.
Wow, it was terrible. Oh.
It's getting really good reviews and stuff, but I did not like it. What's his face? The Clark Gregg or whatever his name
Daniel
is.
Craig, yeah.
Daniel Craig, whatever. He does a super bad, very bad Southern accent. I'm from the South, and that is not a Southern accent. There are different Southern accents, and I think they were trying to do like a Texas accent with him.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad, though. It was like cringe-worthy bad.
Wow.
But I guess a lot of these people that are liking the movie is like don't know what a Southern accent sounds like. Mama,
well, there's an
say
English
something.
guy.
Mom, say something.
What?
Say like a sentence. Come on.
Look at those trees out there.
That's a Southern accent. Daniel Craig did not have a Southern accent.
But that's usually the only
it was
accent
like a
they
British
practice.
guy trying to do a Southern accent.
Which is exactly what that is. Anyway,
but he's supposed to be an actor, and he's supposed to get it.
Right? I mean, you can't tell Tom Holland. Well, he doesn't do a Southern accent.
I was gonna say I've never heard him do a Southern accent. Yeah, Tom Holland's accent, American accent, is great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never really seen Daniel Craig in anything else other than this either. I don't watch the Bond films. I'm not a Bond person.
You know, I used to be, but it's been a while. I was a real big fan of Pierce Brosnan as James Bond.
Right. I mean, I saw a couple of them.
When he left, I was like, whatever.
Yeah. But I don't know, dude. And it wasn't. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, really. But it wasn't a real whodunit, in my opinion. So.
Well, there's a lot of the going around lately that having expectations that don't quite pan out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to market something as a whodunit, make it a whodunit. You know? And, I mean, I guess halfway, well, maybe about 75% through the movie, it became a whodunit.
Oh, wow.
But there was no real whodunit throughout the rest of the movie.
Right.
And then you get to, you really find out, like, what happened. And I guessed, like, 99% of it. There was one thing I didn't guess. In the very, like, 5 minutes of the movie. I already knew who it actually was that did it before I walked into the theater. You know? The one thing I will say is the acting was great. Daniel Craig's acting was great. His Southern accent was terrible. And I would have to look this up or something, but I'm pretty sure. So they had this chick where she would get nauseous and vomit if she lied, which is dumb, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Completely dumb. And I don't know if that's like a real thing, like an anxiety thing or whatever, and I had to look it up. But that kind of felt like it was like, I don't know, set up to be that way, you know? Like, just I don't get why they had to do that. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense in the whole storytelling aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, ooh, it was funny because she had to hold her vomit in her mouth, you know, when she lied. Whoop-de-doo. You know? But that's it. There was no real story to it.
That sucks.
And I mean, I went and saw it because the wife wanted to see it, and because
Knives Out. I mean,
yeah, and you know me, I love knives. And
yeah.
stuff. And there was some things that I liked about it, you know, but I would have gave it like a 4 star.
So average. That's your average.
Yeah, that's my average.
Okay.
So basically a Dark Phoenix. But, you know, it is what it is. I was pretty disappointed with it.
But this movie's bound to be the greatest movie of all time.
Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and say it that I am not going in with very high expectations. I'm going in thinking that basically this one's going to try to be a crowd pleaser, just because of J.J. Abrams and just because Disney wants to continue the Star Wars franchise.
Well, I mean, this is supposed to wrap up the whole storyline as a whole.
Well, as the Skywalker saga, yes.
Yes.
But as a Star Wars, no. Star Wars will continue.
Well,
but Disney wants to make good with the fans.
They want to tell different stories with different characters and all that stuff.
Exactly. And
which I would be opposed to, like a brand new story with all new characters and just kind of running with the ball. However, if you're gonna do that, cool, but don't crap all over the old story when you do, because that happens so often.
Yeah. Well, what we need to do is just move forward. Jump forward 100 years in the Star Wars timeline.
Yeah.
keep jumping back. I mean, The Mandalorian is a great show.
Oh, I'm loving The Mandalorian, man. Loving The Mandalorian. That show is awesome, and really could set the example of what a good Star Wars could be without crapping all over the established lore.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is like it's a great show, but I would like to see something in the future. Let's see newer alien species. Let's see, some of the like the Mandalorian traditions and stuff passed on, and let's move on from this time. We've jumped 50 years almost. Let's jump 100 years, or 200 years, or 300 years, and see where we're at after the Empire, after the First Order, after all of this stuff. Let's
right. The rebellion is over.
Yeah, let's forget the rebellion,
right.
Those evil bastards, and move on.
Those evil bastards. Wait, what?
Yeah.
The rebellion was the only one fighting the evil empire, which was super evil.
No, the rebels are like ISIS, man. Come on.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes. They are trying to destroy an empire. That's
the evil empire. You always leave that part out. The evil empire.
I have never heard Darth Vader go, "Oh, it's the evil empire."
Well,
I have never heard, the emperor say it's the evil empire.
Evil people are never aware that they're evil. It's too meta for them.
I don't think so. Have you ever heard of Hitler? He knew he was evil.
No, he didn't. He thought he was doing the right Christian thing.
Well, I know that, but he knew he was evil. Trust me.
Nope.
He was fucking his cousin, so he knew he was evil.
Hey, in some places, that's just normal. I was watching a Japanese anime the other day, and I couldn't figure out why the dude's cousin was all over him. I'm like,
well,
what the hell? I had to look it up. Apparently, it's normal.
So what you're saying is the bad guys usually think they're doing a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. So the rebels, the bad guys, think they're doing the right thing.
No.
Yes.
The good guys, the rebels, are doing the right thing. The bad guys who are enslaving, freaking murdering, freaking starving planets out
hang on.
are doing the bad thing.
Why did they blow up planets?
To strike fear into the... That's what they said in the movie. They're doing it to make all the other planets fall in line because they would be afraid of their new powerful super weapon.
They blew up those planets because of the rebels. They were trying to get the rebels.
That's like burning down your house because there's a mouse in it.
I didn't say it wasn't extreme. I didn't say that.
So Princess Leia, who was from Alderaan, which by the way was not actually from Alderaan,
right,
had because she was simply existed, had her home planet blown to smithereens. And all the billions of people that were on there, men, women, and children, they deserved it, right? You imperial scum.
I'm not necessarily saying that everybody deserved it. I'm just saying casualties of war. If Leia was not a member of the Resistance or the Rebels or whatever, that would never have happened. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
You gotta help me out here, guys, man.
I know a lot of you guys
imperial
are on my
bastard
side.
wants to say that the Empire was cool. The Empire was evil. They were not cool.
The Emperor may be evil, but just because the Emperor is evil does not mean the Empire is evil.
The Empire was evil. It was the personification of lawful evil.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
Well, you can disagree all you want. Doesn't make it any less true.
Actually, it does, because it's called an opinion.
Well, your opinion only
And
counts
what
if
I
you ignore
would-
all the facts about the evil ass empire who was doing evil ass shit to be evil.
So you mean
Help
going
me out
around-
here,
hang
Betty.
on. So you mean
Help
going
me out
around
here. The empire was evil, right?
murdering?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, see,
Listen. So you say that going around murdering innocent people is evil.
Yes.
Okay, so rebels, check.
Why wouldn't rebels go around murdering innocent people?
Did you see the Star Wars movies?
Absolutely.
So stormtroopers aren't innocent?
They're clones. Who gives a crap?
So just because they're clones, they don't have any rights whatsoever?
Well, they're gonna be blowing up planets, and they deserve
They
it.
didn't blow up planets.
Yes,
Their
they did.
supervisors did.
So what?
And they took it out on the stormtroopers.
Hey, man, if you're the one holding the gun, then you're the one who's gonna get killed.
Remember, stormtroopers suck at shooting. Okay? So you take the fact
They
that,
didn't
okay,
miss Alderaan.
but that wasn't a stormtrooper. Okay? That was not a stormtrooper. The Jedi imposed their will on people. Okay?
They were just there as
They did.
peacekeepers.
They didn't keep the fucking peace.
No, because the evil empire destroyed the peace. Started making blockades and shit.
They were just trying to get rid of the bad people.
And they enslaved planet after planet after planet and used fear and intimidation tactics to do it all. Yes.
I mean, sometimes...
And the
yeah,
planets themselves did not prosper under the Empire. They were starving. They were hurt. Then the Empire kept them like that to keep them subjugated.
Sometimes you have to show your power to keep people from destroying themselves. Okay? Now, as I was saying, so killing innocent people is evil. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So the rebels killed innocent clones.
No, they did not. None of them suckers was innocent.
They were innocent. They couldn't shoot a fly on the fucking wall. They couldn't
it's-
shoot the fucking wall.
You know,
Okay?
if
I stood
soldiers.
there, if I stood there and shot 18 rounds at you and I missed every single time, okay, that does not mean I'm the bad guy. You that kill me
Now, if you were ordered
means
to,
you're the bad guy.
if you were ordered to walk into a house and murder everyone, and then you did without question, yes, you're the bad guy.
I didn't murder anybody. I literally just said I shot you at 18 times, but I missed every single time.
Right, but look at all the holes you put in my wall.
I didn't even hit the fucking wall. I hit everything else.
Oh man,
then
you
some
guys
random
gotta help.
asshole
You have to comment and
walks
let
up
him know
behind us
the flaws in
and
his
shoots
logic
me.
here. Come on, guys, you gotta help me out here. This guy here could be the premier rebel soldier, man. He could be out there with us blowing up Death Stars, but no, he's out there promoting them. He's like, yes, come to
Promoting
the
Death
Death Stars. Yeah.
I'm not promoting Death Stars. I'm not like out there fucking building one.
He's like,
I'm just saying the Death Star was a reactionary weapon to protect themselves against the growing rebels, and to show force, just like the United States.
without a
shows
rebellion,
force.
the entire galaxy would still be under the rule of the Sith. The
And
evil Sith.
Nobody would be dead.
Everybody would be hurting.
Nobody said evil Sith.
And no one would be free.
Are putting the evil in front of that.
Oh, yeah, just well. Here's the guy who sits.
evil
Here's the
rebels-
guy who sits in the theater and tells you the story about Darth Plagueis the Wise. No,
Did I tell you?
I ain't no Anakin. I ain't buying
Did I
that
ever
shit.
tell you the story?
All right, guys, we are here and we are going to do this, and we will be right back with the review.
And let them know. I'll put a poll up here. Let us know if you think the rebels are the bad guys, because you know every other form of rebels are bad guys, except for the Star Wars for some reason. Or if you're on my side and you think the rebels are the bad guys, I'll put a poll up here. Let us know. We're gonna go in here and see if hopefully Anakin comes back and kills everybody. Says fuck it. Why not? Let's just kill everybody. Anyway, guys, we'll be right back.
All right, see you. And we are back.
Hey, guys.
We just saw the last Star Wars movie in the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
And I have to say it was very, very Star Warsy.
I would have to say that it was interesting.
So this is the non-spoilery part of the review. So this is what we do, in case you don't know, is we'll talk about the movie in a non-spoilery way, right? And give it our scores. And then we will talk about the movie with spoilers, but we'll let you know first before that happens. Then we will continue to discuss the fine points of the movie. Now, what did you think?
I am completely torn. I liked a lot of it. I hated a lot of it, and I loved a little bit. There was just some things that I would not have written it the way that it happened. I was glad about a lot of things, like I said. This was definitely a service to the fans. A lot of it was, you know.
Yeah.
JJ tried very hard, unsuccessfully in my opinion, but tried very hard to make everybody happy. And unfortunately, in trying to make everybody happy, he didn't make me happy. So
what was your score?
I keep jumping from a 6 to a 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7, back and forth. So I'm gonna have to say a 6.5 because it keeps jumping. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't impressed. It was quite predictable in some areas. And I just overall was not completely happy with everything. Grandma, what did you think?
It was okay.
What would you give it between 1 and a 10?
6.
Okay, 6. And you?
I'll give it an 8. I really enjoyed this movie, despite the fact that a lot of things had me scratching my head. Some of the high expectations I had were met. The special effects were just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the sound effects, the music, of course, John Williams, just absolutely amazing. The acting was very good. Actors can't help what's in the script.
No, he cannot.
But the acting was good, and some of the... Well, I don't want to give that away, but I will give it an 8. I thought it was a very enjoyable movie.
Okay.
And it was an okay way to close out the saga, I'd say. But I was really, when I go to see a sci-fi movie, I'm always like really interested in all the special effects and stuff too, and stuff like that, and all that stuff really. And then there was a couple of scenes in there that had me cheering in the movie theater, and that doesn't happen all the time.
It got an applause at the end.
And it got a guess. They got an applause at the end.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? Are you people stupid? No.
But I'll give it an 8. There was it was it was a better than I expected, honestly. I didn't expect it to be this good. That being said, it is not getting a 9 and it's not getting a 10 because there are a lot of things that just had me scratching my head or wanting to yell at the screen.
Right on. Oh, by the way, shout out to Billy and Audrey. They said I probably was not going to like it and I'm kind of in the middle here. Kind of didn't like it. Kind of was okay.
What the heck was Abrams thinking? Sometimes you gotta just say, man, lay off the coke, dude.
Well, I read something. I read a headline that said that JJ does not know how to close out a story, and this is very, very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that it wasn't closed out very well, in my opinion. You know, my opinion.
I will, as a writer, I will say that is probably the hardest part of writing.
Right, but I mean, I had a completely great ending for myself of how I wanted it to end.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't say how I wanted it to end because then you would know that that's not how it ended.
Right. You have to wait for the spoiler part of the review for that.
But it just did not go the way I wanted. You know, there were some things that were great. Like when we find out who Ray is, I was like, right on.
And you will.
You know? But then it just, that was it. You know? It was kind of nothing else.
I mean, yeah, look.
That was great about it. You know?
It was a fun time. But a lot of the diehard Star Wars fans are gonna look at this movie and say, these things are not right. These things are not how they're supposed to be, and they're gonna be left with the feeling of that was a great movie. Wish it was a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I felt like half of it was a Star Wars movie, and half of it was a Star Trek movie.
Kind of.
You know? I mean...
And not the good Star Trek either, the Abrams Star Trek.
Yeah, the bad Abrams screwed it up Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But here's a question. Without spoiling it, what did you mean by that's not how the Force works? What were you... You were yelling it on the way out of the theater. That's not how the Force works!
I can't say too much, but there were a lot of scenes, especially between Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley, that were showing off powers of the Force that just aren't not how it works.
Well, there's a lot of Force powers that were explained in books and things that say a lot of it is very canon.
Okay, and it's the truth is I didn't read the books, any of them.
Yeah, including like the way they talk to each other.
Except I did read I read some of the books, but they were books based on the movie.
Right, which are all canon books though. But a lot of the books that because they said most of the books and stuff are not canon anymore. But
what I mean by that is the novelization of the movies.
Right. But even in some of the non-canon books, some of these Force powers are still canon. Or not
I never seen them before, but
able to use. Like the communicating, like seeing each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of them that was actually explained in a previous book.
So, I mean, okay, and yes, I was accepting of that. They can see each other, they can talk to each other, kind of like a Force communication. I can understand that.
Especially for like strong Force users.
Yeah, especially for strong Force users. I can't spoil it, but they were doing stuff that just didn't gel right with me.
All right. Well, why don't we use this opportunity to move into the spoilers?
Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it right now. You'll at least partially like it. This is the spoiler part of the review. We're going to get into the details. We're going to get into the spoiler parts. So pause now, go watch the movie, and come back and finish watching this video. So you can see and agree with the both of us at one way or another. Or with Grandma.
Yeah, you're kind of outvoted here. Me and my
About-
mom got a
About
6.5.
man, yeah, you know, we got some Jake Vamp show fans out there that are gonna agree with me. I'm certain. Okay, so let's get into the spoiler part of the review.
Okay. The one thing that I really loved about it was she's a Palpatine.
Yep.
That's what I wanted. I did not want her to be a Skywalker. But then they fucked that up too
Yep.
at the end. Because she says,
And how did
I'm a Skywalker.
How did she not do what the Emperor asked her to do?
See, that's what I was saying. I would write it. She just slices him into a million pieces and becomes a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
And then
kind of what
she
I was
takes,
hoping.
then she takes control of the First Order and makes them truly the Last Order, like he was calling it, and governing the world peacefully.
Okay. I was
Okay.
kind of hoping to see a good Jedi and a bad Sith come together, rule together, and have children that were gray Jedi.
That would have been a great ending. You know?
That's not what you get with this movie.
No, you get
No.
fucking Kylo dies. Okay, first of all, here's my gripe about the whole dying situation. Rey dies. She
Mhm.
doesn't disappear
Right?
or anything. He has time to heal her. He dies and he disappears.
Gone.
What? No. No, that's not how that works.
Right?
He'll just fucking die and then, oh, we'll give her time to get revived, but not him. Fuck him. No.
Right. Well, she must have been almost dead on the way out.
No, she was dead. She was lifeless. It looked like
It did look like she was lifeless, but
she had a picture taken of her.
maybe
pretending
it's
to be
because
dead.
he's a Skywalker. You know,
Yeah.
Palpatines don't get that.
Palpatines don't die, that's for sure. But that was just still stupid.
They were handing shit to each other via that force communication, and that's what was pissing me off. Their shit was dropping on the ground. Fucking, they were handing shit to each other. They were fucking, shit was popping in between through their force communication shit.
Well, yeah, that's established. in the Last
Okay, well,
Jedi.
I never seen that shit, and it don't make fucking sense to me at all.
Yeah.
So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay.
Okay.
You can't, you like handing stuff over. I mean, like, if you could do that,
Well,
right, then why would you even need to go look for Luke? They just fucking be like, hey, what's up, brother?
Right. Well, Luke didn't want to be found, and they had like a higher connection. Technically, because Palpatine created Anakin in lore. Okay, so
Okay.
Palpatine created Anakin by manipulating midichlorians to create him, right? Or manipulating
Okay.
the Force to create Anakin. So technically, Anakin is a Palpatine.
So, and that's canon in a book?
It is canon, yeah. That as far as I know,
So they're all Palpatine's children.
exactly.
So she is a Skywalker.
No, she's a Palpatine. Skywalker is a Palpatine.
So wait, Palpatine got freaky with some lady,
No, Palpatine
And then
didn't
had a
get
kid.
freaky.
and then the kid had a daughter,
Yeah, I'm guessing that's their granddaughter. Yeah.
right? That means that some lady had to get it on with Palpatine.
The timeline's not really explained. So I'm assuming Palpatine had relations with someone before he became the Emperor. I would assume.
I mean, why would they act like our C-3PO died when they straight up said that he had a memory backup on the R2 unit?
Well, he said he didn't trust R2 to actually have all of his memory or whatever. But I mean, there was definitely some questionable moments. Like I said, I was super glad that she was a Palpatine and she wasn't an actual Skywalker, like, because that would have just pissed. Well, even though I don't like Luke Skywalker, I would have hated him more if he abandoned his daughter. You know? You just don't do that to your child. You don't abandon your children.
I didn't think that was it, man. I thought it was maybe like a Kenobi thing or something.
That would have been okay with me too.
Because I mean, you know,
I'm not a
if
huge
he had
Kenobi
any kind of, see, that's the thing though. You're not supposed to have kids. You're not supposed to. When you're a Jedi, you can't do none of that stuff. You're practically a priest.
No, I don't know. Yoda seemed to have some freaky stuff going
That
on.
may not be Yoda's kid. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that either, because there's only like a couple of them.
That's speciesist, man. That's
his
speciesist.
species doesn't have very many relations.
Yeah, we're talking about Baby Yoda.
The child.
No, this is post. This is
after Yoda's dead.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he kind of molted or something.
Maybe he.
No, because his ghost was in the movie.
Oh, and I love that part too. We heard Christian Hayden's voice, the original Anakin, or older teenager, which was cool to hear all the voices again. Sucks that he didn't come back as a Force ghost. It was just Leia.
But she killed him.
And
she killed the Emperor.
She did.
She did what the Emperor wanted her to do.
Yep.
She killed the Emperor. So now she's all the Sith, right? And all the Jedi. So technically, she is a great Jedi.
Maybe, but it didn't clarify any of that shit.
Right?
And then she says, I'm a Skywalker.
Is she going to be hearing voices for the rest of her life? I mean,
fucking hate her.
Like she's going to have a little Luke Skywalker on one shoulder and a little Palpatine on the other.
Right? I loved what they did with Leia. Leia's one of my favorite characters.
That got me in the feelers, man.
Oh man, I teared up. I did. I might even have cried a couple of tears, especially when she died.
But it was an epic send off for her.
It was, man. That was fucking awesome. That was a great send off for her. I'm glad her daughter was there in the whole scene.
That was cool too.
That was really awesome. Because, you know, I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, but I thought, or I think it would be fucking epic to be able to talk to a loved one that you wanted to talk to, but not really be talking to them, and get edited and you know. Oh yeah. With VFX and CG and all this other shit, and then you're fucking talking to them. You know, and that's like, it's not like a real memory that you're talking to them or anything, but it's there. Right. You know, it's on film, and that, to me, man, that's fucking awesome. If when I'm dead and they could take our footage from our videos and shit and have me and my son talking to each other, if I could see that, that would just mean the world to me. That would be awesome, yeah. You know? Yeah. That would be fucking amazing to me. And I hope that Phil Lord, I think that's her name, right? Phil Lord? Or something like that, yeah. Something. Billy Lord, there you go. Phil Lord. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Phil Lord? Billy Lord. I hope she feels that way too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's just got to be an epic feeling awesome feeling to be able to see your loved one that, you know.
Yeah, that's gotta be great. I mean,
it's got to stir up some feelings too, obviously.
Yeah.
The feelings of the loss of them.
mm-hmm.
But it's got to stir up some good feelings too. And I'm all about the good feelings, you know?
Right.
So, I thought that was really cool. It was an awesome
There was
send-off.
also a scene where Finn kind of uses the Force a little bit.
Yeah.
To, like, a Force sense for stuff, right? During the whole battle scene, he's like, I have a feeling about this over here, and I have a feeling about that over there. And
You
it's
think
like,
that's what he was trying to tell Rey, even though he never actually told her? That he's sensing the Force?
I thought he was going to tell her that she gives him boners, but, you know.
I thought that too. I thought that, or he was going to say, hey, so me and Poe have been shacking up.
Oh, no!
You know? I didn't know what he was going to say.
Well, I heard that there was some kind of gay kiss that everyone was pissed off about. When I saw it, I was just shaking my head because
it was a gay kiss.
It was 2 seconds of 2 girls kissing.
Yeah.
Not even 2 seconds.
Who cares?
Who cares?
The gayest kiss in there was Rey and
Adam Driver. Yeah.
And Kylo.
Kylo, yeah.
Ben. That was the gayest kiss. 'Cause,
Right?
like, when did they?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. There's been no sexual tension between the two. There's been no romantic anything between the two.
She's just like, oh, I wanted to grab your hand, but it's Ben.
You know, but his name was Ben, and everybody loves Bens.
Yeah, that's true, Ben. I guess so.
Even the big ones.
But
speaking of big ones, God.
Like,
Freaking, we saw the statue of C-3PO when we walked into the theater, and the dang thing was so short.
You thought it was a miniature.
I thought it was a miniature, yeah.
And I said, no, Ben, you're just big, man. You're just big. You're just like 18 times taller than that fucking thing. That's it. But yeah, there was just like no sexual attention at all.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're making out like.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of the Hulk and Black Widow sexual thing that they had, that they just made up for Age of Ultron or whatever.
Right.
And didn't really explain. It's the same situation here. And I don't know. I think people need to get over the whole gay stuff.
That was nothing. That was absolutely nothing.
It's part of life. Get over it. Fucking deal with it, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Everybody has their own love. Love is love.
There's real evil out there.
Yeah, there's real fucking evil.
Like the Emperor.
You know, I don't disagree that the Emperor was evil.
Evil. Super evil.
I disagree that Darth Vader was evil. He's the hero.
He was super evil too.
He was the hero. He was even in this episode. So that makes him a part of every single episode where no one else is a part of every single episode. Not one person other than Anakin Skywalker is a part of every single fucking episode. You have Anakin in the first 3 episodes. Then he's Darth Vader in the middle 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. And then his spirit and his armor is in the last 3 episodes.
Right. His
skull.
And
you hear his voice in this one.
Yeah.
So he is the only character. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That would have been hilarious if Ray would have stopped and said, like, okay, excuse me, but who are you?
Besides the Emperor, technically, besides the Emperor, because we found out that the Emperor was Snoke, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He had like a whole jar of Snokes.
Yeah. So technically, I guess if you really want to be super technical, the Emperor has been in all 6 films too. But he is the bad guy of all 6 films also. Okay? Anakin is the good guy of all 6 episodes.
So what? Are you saying that Kylo Ren is the good guy of all 6 episodes too?
No, Kylo Ren
of the last 3 episodes?
Is the good guy in this episode. And yes, technically he was a good guy in all 3 of these episodes, He was just trying to be bad. He was trying to turn.
That's
to
what
the
I was
dark
thinking
side.
when Ray kissed him. Like, she likes the bad boys.
Yeah, right. But overall, it gave me a warm fuzzy feeling at some points, and then others, not so much of a warm fuzzy feeling.
Right. Well, like I said, there was some stuff in there that just didn't make a lot of sense. First of all, okay, so it may be established in lore, but I've never seen it or heard of it. And they're handing stuff back and forth through their force projections, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. And also, she kills the Emperor.
Yeah. Like he wants her to.
Like he wanted her to do.
Yep.
So, sure, she didn't take the throne, but to be fair, the throne was completely blasted away. Right?
Yeah.
And, but she still did that. I mean, so if she is the personification of all the Jedi, and she killed the Emperor, and when you kill the Sith Lord, you get all their spirits. So
yeah, you're torn between.
Yeah.
Between
I would call her a gray Jedi now, but I wish it would have established that
yeah,
and said something or gave some indication that she was a gray Jedi to end the saga.
well, that
of
would
the
truly bring
Skywalkers.
balance to the Force.
Exactly. And I mean, maybe it hinted at it, but I don't want a fucking hint. I don't want a fucking hint. I want she's a great Jedi.
Right? This is the last movie. They're supposed to answer all our questions.
Yeah, but it just raised more.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you thought about the movie down in the comments. Let us know if we're right, wrong, or maybe halfway there. You know, who knows? And we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell and let us know what you thought of it and everything. And don't forget, we still have a giveaway going on.
Yep, that video should be right after this one, hopefully.
So leave that comment there to be entered into the contest. And we will see you next time.
Peace. Alright guys, if you like that video, why don't you check out this one, or click here to subscribe. Peace.